So what we just did here was the classic thing that this knife is designed for, and the only knife on the market that is incredibly effective at both stabbing, because of the stabbing profile point or tip, and slashing because of the recurve. What I did was the old Bone Tactical standby century removal, which is coming up in front, hooking that hook blade and then pulling across, which you can see cut through heavy duty jean material and as much of the flesh until I hit bone. So one single move, and then the stabbing profile, when it didn't hit bone, it buried the entire knife, it's a huge knife, guys. And then when I did hit bone, it still entered about halfway into the bone and entered up to about, there's only like half an inch that didn't go in. So we're talking about even just one strike or slash from this being potentially deadly. So this really goes to show the great edge geometry of this knife, because you can see it's a very thick, very strong knife, but very well balanced blade, and as well as just the cutting ability of this recurve, it really just allows that great super sharp edge geometry, beautiful blade design to just slice through. It looks like a very thin, very small knife, like maybe it would be difficult to slash, and definitely not designed for slashing apart from now that it has the recurve. So if I were to just have a stiletto blade, it would complicate things for slashing a little bit. Because it's very long, I would still be able to slash with it, right? But this just makes it work almost like a kukri or something like that, or a karambit. It has that recurve there that's just absolutely devastating, as you can see from the bottle test here. Three bottles, perfectly clean cut. Probably could have done more. Pretty amazing, the Bone Tactical Bone Neoteric Gladius. So we've been testing this guy here, which is the Odin Wolf knife. That's a very similar knife to what I have here is the Bone Neoteric Gladius. It's a modern warfighter's knife. This is a little big to be actually considered a combat knife, but the ideas and principles are the same. They're both taken from the Gladius Hispanesis, which is the short sword adopted by the Roman army that they kind of stole from the Spaniards back in the day. But this is the modern variation that can be used on the battlefield in both a reverse grip here or forward grip, and then obviously an amazing stabbing weapon like any stiletto profile blade is. So interestingly enough, the first strike with just a little bit of force went all the way through and hit the solid, much thicker steel table below. And then this knife didn't really penetrate. It didn't get very far in all of the strikes. This one goes all the way through pretty much every time. I'm actually trying to slow this down while I'm stabbing with it so that it doesn't puncture, go all the way through and hit the welding table that I have below, because I don't really want to damage my welding table. So yeah, basically this is going all the way through and then hitting the welding table. So obviously this design here is just the best that there is out there, not my invention, the stiletto knife, but the recurve is actually, my design, my invention here, with making a stiletto style stabbing knife that's the best available option for stabbing and always has been. Now a knife that can slash equally well. The Bone Neoteric Gladius is the first and only knife available that can do both, and do both exceedingly well. Design, material, and production of the Bone Neoteric Gladius. We just got done beating the absolute crap out of this thing, and it just excelled at all the testing. Why is a knife like this so tough? Even though it's only 1095 steel, you may say, it's incredibly tough because we do everything in-house. All right, we are able to wring the absolute most out of 1095 steel because we're so good at the heat treating process. It's just a science, guys. You get that Rockwell perfectly right, you get for the particular steel, in this case 1095, and you have a knife that will outperform somebody is farming out their super steel heat treat because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what the actual blade is designed for. You guys already have seen the videos at this point probably of just the devastating effectiveness of this. This is actually overall the world's most effective current modern combat knife, and we just knocked it out of the park with this one, guys. New sheath system, going to be online and shipping very soon. If not, probably online and shipping by the time you watch this video. Thanks for watching. Bone out.